So today, I have two boxes to show you. We've got this one, and we've got this one. Now, I'm actually surprised you can't even tell what this one is, because this box is really obvious. That one you could probably tell what's in there, but this goes along with that. And today I want to show you. So I went over to a computer. So I was in Santa Cruz over my spring break. So I was up in Northern California, and I went to this place called Gray Bears right near Santa Cruz, and which they're basically like a donation, like a thrift store almost, but they have a computer section. So I was browsing the computer section, and I noticed that it wasn't in this box, but that item right there was sitting with everything. Keyboard, mouse, keyboard, mouse, cables, everything. I asked if I could test it, and I booted it up, and it had a hard drive in it, which I was really surprised. It worked perfectly, so I took it. Only $75, and you'll be surprised on what I got for $75. Okay, story with this box, the white box. So, story I just told, just to make sure if you're not confused. I told the story of the brown box, of what's in the brown box, but I'm telling the story with the white box. So I went back because I visited my relatives, then I went up to San Francisco, and then on our way back we came and visit for a day with my relatives. So we went back to the computer store because I had some money left. I felt like, oh, I'm just going to blow my money on whatever. I walk in, and I saw that box, and I couldn't believe what it was. And it was in the wrapping, in the original manufacturing box. I couldn't pass it up. So we had to transport. Oh, sorry, I bumped my tripod. Anyway, I transported both of these in a 5-hour car trip from Santa Cruz to where I live. And so today, I would like to show you what I got. Let's start off with the brown box right here. So the brown box contains something quite interesting. If you can see it in the camera, you already know what it is. See how I'm packing this in. I repacked this because I already tested it. That's right. I got a Macintosh Classic 2. Funny thing is, while I'm unpacking everything, is I actually did purchase a Macintosh Classic 1. As you see, keyboard as well, with the cable that it came with. One of the arms actually broke, so I have it on the desk I'm using it with right now. So I actually had to repack everything before I started this video because I wanted to give you guys an experience. And we have the desktop bus mouse 2. And so yeah, we have the desktop mouse 2 instead of the first one, but I'm thinking about buying the first one. But they're like $20. Anyway, move this box out of the way. Now move it out of frame. Okay, should be out of frame now. Now that we've got the Macintosh we've got the Macintosh out of the box. Yes, I do have the power cable, but it's in that room, which is funny enough, my closet, which I'll have to make an update video just telling you guys what's really happened. But I thought I would come back with the video. So now let's show you what's in here. Let me show you. Hopefully you can see that, but what you are looking at right now is an Apple ImageWriter 2, which was originally released in 1985. One of the best and easiest to collect Apple dot matrix printers ever made. So let's go ahead and unpack this. I'm probably not going to have fun doing this, and there's going to be a lot of jump cuts. So hopefully I'll be able to show you most of the experience of unboxing this thing. So let me show you. But just to tell you the quick story, I had bought a Macintosh Classic one for $30, and I bought a keyboard and mouse. Had a failure 2 months later. After I bought it, power supply just completely burned out. Okay, so first off, I was about to pull the thing out, but I realized I should show you. Apparently this thing came with the sheet feeder, or it has an installation guide, so you can buy it, but it has the sheet feeder installation manual, which is pretty cool. Next up, it has the original owner's manual. These are not easy to get. Usually any old Apple product that comes with this original owner's manual in this good condition is worth a lot of money. So I knew that $75 for the printer, I couldn't really pass it up. Being an Apple fanboy and having like $120. Oh, and also if you see my Apple TV right here, if you can see it. Actually, I don't think you can, but I bought an Apple TV for $20. So yeah, Gray Bears is a great place. So not sponsored, but definitely recommend them. Alright, and then here we have the Apple ImageWriter 2 in its original packing. Now, yes, this thing is used, and I can tell that it was, but to be quite honest, even my relative pointed this out because he's into collecting stuff himself, is that anybody who keeps this type of stuff in the box probably didn't use it. Okay, I do have the original power cable to this thing, but here's the Apple Talk or serial connector cable. Now let's move this box out of the way. Put it here. Here's the, if you can see it in the frame, ImageWriter 2. Let's see if you can see that. Yep, you can see it. Okay, if you wanted to check out the box art, it's just a giant rainbow Apple logo, and then just the ImageWriter 2. So yeah, honestly nothing of importance. And then original packing slip and whatnot. Okay, so that printer was bought in Sunnyvale, California at Fry's. So not from an original Apple dealer, but honestly, Apple didn't really get stores up until only 18 years ago. So yeah, that ImageWriter I believe was probably made in the 90s. I don't know where the date code is. But anyway, so now that you've seen the unboxing of the Apple Macintosh Classic 2 and the Apple ImageWriter 2, which by the way, you saw on my Facebook. If you're on my Facebook page, you probably already know I own this thing, and I've had it for quite a few days now, but I thought I would make the video anyway, because I know that a majority of you are not on my Facebook. So anyway, let me go ahead and set all this stuff up, and I'll get back to you in the next clip. Okay, so I've set up everything now, and so now let's go and boot up everything. So sorry if not everything is in frame, but I'll make sure to move the stuff around so you can see it better. So you can probably see out of the corner right there, I have some paper for the printer. It actually surprisingly uses both dot matrix and regular printer paper. And there's the Macintosh. I have it a little bit lower because I have the brightness a little bit low because the Macintosh's screen is bright. So yeah. Anyway, by the way, if you haven't noticed already, I'm actually recording this at 1080p at 60 frames per second. That is if my video editor does it at 60 frames per second, but I believe it will. Anyway, so let's go ahead and power on everything. So, funny enough, I actually have this thing hooked up to a surge protector because I think that it keeps everything good, like it doesn't leak power into the system and then the system dies, because I think that's how my last one broke. Let me go ahead and power on everything. Just make sure. Alright, let me make sure I can go ahead and get that screen. Alright, so I'm gonna get the screen in focus here. Let me go turn off my fan. And we'll just show you around a few of the programs I have on here. Okay, so let's show you around, shall we? So first off, here we have the system. If you go over to about this Mac, sorry, I still have a cough. Over to about this Macintosh, it's the Macintosh Classic 2, running System 7.0.1, which I think I'm gonna upgrade at some point if I can. I think I'm gonna do a video if I could get it working about loading disk images onto here. So I might do that at some point. Anyway, so we have the 1991 software, and this has 4 megabytes of RAM, and this has the 80 megabyte hard drive. So this was the top of the line machine at the time. So anyway, go ahead. And let's show you around what we have here. So as you could tell by the Looney Tunes thing, is that we have After Dark installed on this thing. So we have Norton Utilities 2.0, which I'm not going to get too in-depth about because it's a boring thing. Anyway, so then we have the system folder just with the After Dark applications and whatnot. But here's what I found most interesting. First off, the original owner's stuff was on here, so that's what I found. But this thing came with Microsoft Word. So this thing basically allowed you to make Word documents. So I could make a Word document and then print it on my ImageWriter too. So let's go ahead and type up something like hello. My name is Vintage Electronic Labs on YouTube. This is a test page for a video I am working on for my viewers. I am showing them the capabilities of my Macintosh Classic 2 and my Apple ImageWriter 2. I hope you enjoy this video that you are watching. And add a little smiley face. Okay. So we forgot to do one thing though. And I'm actually gonna get the screen out of focus now. Sorry if you could barely tell it was there. I had to do digital zoom. But now comes the fun part, where we get to see the ImageWriter at work. So let me go ahead and start up the ImageWriter. Yes, it makes a noise, and yes, it shakes the whole table. So hopefully Apple Talk is completely set up on here. I think it is. So first off, we need to fill this in with paper. So I'm going to be using standard paper because due to me not owning dot matrix printer paper, go ahead and put it in here and then just press form feed. Alright, and as you can see, the red light goes off, which is the error button. Just whenever it's solid, just means that it doesn't have any paper. Alright, so then go ahead and press Command P. I usually put the quality as best because my ribbon is starting to age on this thing. So I usually just put it on the best quality possible so you can actually read it. Alright, and then all you have to do is go and press print. And go and press the select button. And in a minute it should be working. Alright, as you can see, it's already starting to do some stuff. Alright, and our paper is ready. And as you can tell, the ribbon is dying on here. Let me go ahead and get in frame just to make sure you can actually read this. But just like that, you have your paper. I'm gonna go ahead and read that. It's just a little test page. Alright, so that's the capabilities of the ImageWriter 2 and the Macintosh Classic 2. And I'm going to do a more in-depth video on both of these machines. So I will do more in-depth on the ImageWriter 2 and also how to replace the cartridges and what to do. And just like tips and tricks on how to keep your ImageWriter 2 alive and well. Same with the Macintosh, which is just like how to maintain it. You know, what you can do on it, and how to keep it alive and well for as long as possible. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was a shorter one. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments and I could make a part 2. But, anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.